Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Bezaloha. You know I'm here with Aloha World and the one and only Mr. Everyday. We live here at the next level. Make sure you come tap in 90.9.
So what you trying to do and who you really want to be? Everybody wants a shot to be the top in this industry. So what you trying to do and who you really want to be? Everybody wants a shot to be the top in this industry. I follow me, never walk in another man's shoes. Fake we good when you know we ain't brothers. I set my goals, aim high. I'm shooting for the sky, and I'm never giving up or quitting till the day I die. Seen a lot of them come and a lot of them go.
Guys, man, we don't get right in, and start from the beginning. I really want you to because as much as I know about you, there's really so much that I don't know about you, and that's what kind of makes this a great interview. Right. It's gonna be a great discussion. You know what I mean? So I'm really looking forward to that. So let's start with the early beginning of Bezaloha. Let's talk about where'd you grow up? What community were you raised in? What was the home life like? Let's just start with where you're from.
I mean, I'm from Virginia, but most likely you will either calculate that as I'm from Albany. I was raised here.
Right.
3 years old, my whole life I spent up here.
Right.
The way of life, how to grow, what not to become, what to stay away from. I learned a lot from Albany in particular, so I would definitely say that I'm from Albany.
And I appreciate you giving it the respect it deserves, because a lot of times people want to try to be all mysterious and everything about it's nah, you here, bro. There's nothing. This is the capital of New York.
Yeah, definitely.
We're supposed to be a power state. We're supposed to be doing powerful things here. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's why it's not the connection to the city is just to the right. You know what I mean? So it ain't even a lot of people you see moving up here. What you see. You see a lot of people from NY come in, and I see a lot of in VA too. VA has had a presence here, absolutely. Down south, matter of fact, even back, even before that, the '80s, there was a lot of down south up here. Mm-hmm. The people was running from down south to be up north.
New York.
Now everybody running from north to
go down south.
Yeah, so that's crazy. So you came in from Virginia. You was 3 years old. What was the family life like? Was there mom and dad?
Well, not really. I met my mom and my dad around 13, maybe 15 years old. I built the strongest relationship I've ever had with anybody with my dad within 3 years. And unfortunately, I lost him at 18.
Wow.
My mom, quote unquote, I call her a scientist. Leave that alone. But yeah, no, not really, not too much.
So what was the disconnect? Why was it that you didn't meet your parents so late in life?
Honestly, I can't really explain why too much.
Right. No, whatever you feel comfortable discussing,
Yeah, it's whatever, man. I mean, I'm over it at these point in time. It's just, I just don't want to,
Yeah, but this is a part of your story. I want people, my listener that's trying to get to know you, this is where it starts.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure I word it correctly.
Oh, no, you good,
so
bro.
Nobody gets, even though I don't care. I don't sound my surface.
Speak on it, bro. This is real here. You in a trusted space right now.
But, certain people made decisions in their life. Mm-hmm. And one of those decisions was, to not take care of responsibility, and they left me in the hospital.
Wow.
And, my whole life I kind of looked at it and was I had kind of a grudge, and I think that's what...
a chip on your shoulder, really.
Yeah, it kind of it went into my anger, it went into my emotions, it went into my rage, it went into a lot of things that I misdirected, and I felt misguided off of things that I didn't know the answer to. You get what I'm saying? So, I was left there, and my mom's best friend, she took me in. She held me down my whole life. I mean, never loved me no different, there was any blood difference.
That's powerful, bro.
Yeah, I mean, and everything that, we encountered over time, because I was bad. I mean, we're not gonna sit here and make it seem like I was some, saint or some angel. You know what I mean? I got my past, and she never gave up on me. She understood. And nowadays, I kind of reflect and I look back damn, man, he was kind of disrespectful.
Ungrateful.
I mean, ungrateful, man. So I'm highly grateful for everything that I've been through, especially my mom, because when somebody give up on you like that, normally people, we end up in a system.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Early.
With a name that don't even belong to us. We don't even know who that is. Yeah. So.
And the hardcore stuff, it comes early like that, because I mean that's a serious disconnect.
Yeah.
We used to dealing with situations where pops is not in the building, but when mom's is not in the building and then pops is not in the building,
yeah.
What we doing?
And at that, it's a choice, you know. So that's why I applaud any mother who's doing it on their own, and any parent that is co-parenting, or you know, you're doing it together, you're sticking it through no matter how hard things are. You might want to curse her out. You might hate her ways sometimes. She might hate the fact that you keep a toilet seat or whatever the case may be, you know. But y'all holding it down and y'all sticking it through. So I definitely applaud y'all for that.
So when you got to your teenage years, like, did you play any sports? Anything coming up? Were you an athlete? Was there outlets?
Yeah.
What was the outlets?
I mean, I played basketball for about 3 years. I did football for 2. I did boxing for about 9 fights. I didn't want to legalize my hands, so...
He said he wanted to legalize his hands.
No,
I wanted to be able to crush somebody's skull illegally.
I didn't, no, not like that. You know, like, it gets to a certain point where you got
I know exactly what it means. Once you have a license on your hand, you have a responsibility.
Yeah.
You hit somebody, it's a lawsuit, or you're going to jail automatically because your hands are weapons, are sanctioned weapons, like having a gun.
Yeah, and I had to accept that. At that time, I was just irresponsible.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
yeah,
I was going to be responsible to be able to be like,
you just say
walk away,
you killed some people. That's what it was.
Yeah, a couple. I mean,
we don't talk about it.
They don't.
We don't talk about it. So now that's Mr. thing. You said you played football too. There was some football going there.
Sir,
so
sir.
Was this in high school or what? Like what point in time was this?
This was in high school.
Okay.
High school.
So what
I was down in the Falcons.
Oh, you was
which is down in Virginia.
Oh, okay. Oh, down there. The Falcons are here too.
Shout out to Danville.
Albany Falcons is Albany High School is the Falcons.
Yeah, no,
too.
I know. So when I went down there, I just loved it. I was like, oh, this is kind
so
of.
So did you wind up going to the school here, Albany High here?
I did for my first freshman year, and
that's when things started going.
Things went south. You know, I started getting caught up in a lot of things.
So coming up in the background now, where like disenfranchised more or less, and now you're trying to establish your own roots. How did music come into play?
Well, honestly, I was doing music as a kid. Me and this guy, I used to climb through his window, and I had a studio in this back room. And we set it up on a computer.
You can let them know who's in the building, being that you're talking about.
No, just so you know, right?
No,
like,
so let them know who's in the building.
My boy Swag Splash, you feel me? Mr. Prophet. I've been with him since diaper days. He's about 6 feet in Arbor Hill. We was only in kindergarten.
Talk about it.
And then we got She Stacks in the building. You already know, long live so well.
Yes.
So,
yeah, let them know.
But so you know, Swag Splash. Just growing up, it's just he had a studio in his back room, and we built the computer program, put it on there. I think it was like Mixpad or something like that, bro. They had like Mixpad. It was like one of the oldest programs ever. And he used to not be able to have company.
The oldest program ever.
No, it was like I'm talking LimeWire days.
The first. Oh, he said.
I used to download instruments.
Yeah, he really means like one of the first programs ever.
I'm serious. I used to move him over there. We done messed up a couple computers doing that, but you couldn't have company. I used to climb into the window, and we used to always record, and that was kind of like around the days where I used to really get into trouble.
Right.
So I kind of started to try to tap in more with my music. And with him being into music and a couple other my friends being into music, it was kind of like, you know, this is what's going to keep us out the way.
Right.
Out of trouble, doing what we got to do. You know what I'm saying? And me personally, it was like an escape. I mean, I didn't really have too many people to run to or talk to. And with that being said, I kind of turned to the music.
Yeah, that's a great outlet.
Yeah,
you know that.
It always listens.
Yes. So you also spent some time. I think it was LaSalle, right? Didn't you go to LaSalle too? Now was this the LaSalle? Because you know there's 2 LaSalles.
Yeah.
No. So now that I know that what we're dealing with, I know which LaSalle we're talking about.
Yeah.
I wanted to give you the benefit. I was like LaSalle. I was like, oh, okay.
Yes and no. I not entirely went to LaSalle as far as like school.
Right.
I was going to the high at the time. They had this program called ERC. Miss G and Miss Ian were like the mentors, you know. And if you hear this, on everything I love, I thank y'all. I used to go to their program after school every day. And in the beginning, I'll tell the truth, I hated it. You know, I hated it because I didn't know what I was exactly getting myself into. And when you transfer from the streets, you kind of just don't want to do anything except be in the streets, right?
Right.
So at first, I'm like, I want to be my friends. I want to be here. And then I'll never forget it. One Wednesday, because on Wednesdays we used to go somewhere. And the first Wednesday, we went to the studio. And they had like this little program where you can go in there. They let you go in the booth. They let you record your own music on your own. So I'm like, okay, now I can kind of deal with this. I might only come on Wednesdays, but I
Right.
can deal with this,
Right.
right? And then I started, actually tapping in with people who was actually trying to, stay out of trouble. And really the music was what kept me in the program.
Right.
But then I started to open up to realize, like, hey, listen, maybe there's more you can do than the beginning of trouble.
And that became the outlet for you.
Yeah, definitely.
So when did you start making songs?
I was about, I started singing about 9. I started rapping about 11. I started actually recording at like 13. If I'm lying, Splash, you could probably pop on.
So you started rapping at 11. I heard you.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, I just been recording since 13.
So coming up at that age, because hip hop has gone through a serious transformation from the old school golden era,
Definitely.
and then you started getting artists coming out, starting to be a little bit more trendy, and then we went into trap and different things and drill. Now here we are.
Yeah.
So for you coming up, has it been difficult for you to kind of maintain your identity with all the switching that's going on?
No way, not at all. Me personally, they'll tell you, with no disrespect to anybody on the radio, I don't listen to the radio.
There you go.
And it's nothing against anybody who's on the radio, but I'm really firm on staying true to myself. And I don't want to ever feel like I'm listening to a song on the radio and then I hear the next 5 songs and they're all on the same Jersey drill wave, and then I feel like, oh, let me go in this lane to be relevant. No, I'm going to remain me and I'm going to remain relevant.
Lil Wayne said something similar to that, where they asked him, like, what was the artist out here, and he was like, I don't listen to nobody, and they thought he was hating, but that you kind of have to dial into your own thing.
You do.
If you're too busy paying attention to what everybody doing, it's going to influence you. Exactly. And there's certain influences that's worthy of that, but in this current crop, there's not, there's nobody. Well, I'm not gonna say nobody, but let's come out. But it's a bunch of clones. There's a lot of clones.
There is. The incubators
and it's because they're literally patterning their career based on watching somebody else's career.
Exactly.
And it's evident.
No,
you know what I mean?
It is.
And then you have all these like 3rd and 4th and 5th and 6th generations of the same thing, and it just watered down and diluted, and then
repetitive.
Right, it gets repetitive.
Constantly repeated.
So originality is kind of like
key.
Yeah, originality is definitely key. So with that said, who inspired you in music?
Well, definitely my dad. When I did meet him, he kind of pushed my voice a lot. Prior to that, I would definitely have to say, growing up, I definitely listened to Wayne. I'm talking about Carter 2 Wayne, Receive, Fly In, Fly Out.
Yes, sir.
Hustle music, that's Wayne.
Yeah, when he was going in.
Yeah, Jay-Z, The Blueprint, those
He was rocking the chain with I think he had the money chain, like the bag of the bag chain or whatever he had. Yeah, he was rocking. That's when you know he was serious.
Who else? I was listening a little bit to Drake coming up, when he was signed with Bun B before he got with Wayne.
Yeah, I caught some of that early stuff as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When he was his Ross then. You know what I mean? Like early Drake when he dropped his mixtape.
Yeah, before, the mainstream kind of had him go pop and all of, which is nothing wrong with going pop, it's dope. But,
so how would you describe your style if you were going to try to describe it? What would you say?
I wouldn't say I'm a singer nor a rapper. I would say I'm an artist. I don't really box myself in. I like to sing. I like to rap. But as far as genre goes, I wouldn't really put myself into any one category. Like I do R&B songs, I do hip hop, I do pop, I got rock songs. I kind of dab in any genre. Really, my genre is just being me. It's really an emotional state.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna lie, like it's very rare that I get a package of music and I can just like kind of comfortably play it through. You know what I'm saying? I'm being gentle. And it was like, what was so dope was that it just picked up right where I left off from how you've always given me great music. And the first record I heard, bang. And that's why I got mad at you. Because I was like, yo, how you gonna give me like 20 records like 10 minutes before I gotta walk out the door, bro? And I was like, you know what? Because what I didn't want to do is just be like, yo, these two are dope. And play these two. And then I turned around and listened to number 3, and I was like, this is what I was talking about with this dude. Number 3 now. And I ain't even listened to 4 yet, so now I'm tight. So now I gotta sit here and let you pick out the joints to play now.
Word.
Which I don't like to do. Nah, but true story, I really was listening. I listened to the first 2 joints and was like, oh, I'm good. Because if I'm only gonna play like 2 or 3 joints right now, I'm good. And then I heard number 3, And I was just like, oh, he got me. So, yeah, I appreciate the level and the quality and it's just the overall fresh. Like, it's fresh.
Try to keep it original.
It's
try to keep it original.
Yeah, like I love hearing original thoughts, original concepts, original, just original vibe. Like, just back how it used to be when you got a whole album and you really wanted to listen to the whole album. Right. You was ripping the CD off and trying to get to like, a Tribe Called Quest album or something like that. Like, they had certain artists that have that it factor where it was never about even one record. It was just about everything that they had. Like, yeah, give me that album. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna put this on play, bro, and I'm gonna fall back, and I'm good. And I'm good. But so I appreciate that, bro. It's been no fluke throughout these years. It's been no fluke.
Consistency is key.
So,
man.
How do you feel about the rap game today versus the past? And you're like, if you were gonna surmise it.
We're gonna go there.
Yeah, we going there.
Okay. Nowadays versus back then. Diluted with no substance. I feel like a lot of people nowadays are rapping cinematic while not being the character in that movie. If that makes sense.
That's what I'm talking about, and that's the art. That's the art. When you're able to write in like a second person, like you're writing about it like it's a movie. You know who was great doing that? Pac was great doing that.
Shout out to Pac.
He was able to be all these different people without being that person.
No, for real.
Because every song was like a movie, like a character, so he himself was like watching a movie. Right. You know what I mean? But he could still step outside of himself and still just be the human being who he was.
Right.
You know what I mean? So he did a great job of that, of creating art that could just represent itself. Let the art speak for itself. Not you trying to bust your guy and you don't even own a gun, you've never seen a gun, you don't even got any toy guns in your house, bro.
I hear that all the time, man. All the time. I'll be like, how you catch a body and you still been walking? You didn't do no time.
Right.
Somebody talking.
You done caught 3 bodies.
Somebody talking if you're walking.
Right. Right. So no, I appreciate like when they're able to write it like that. So let's backtrack for a second and talk about creating art. What is your creative process like when you're trying to make a song? Do you usually just have a whole bunch of written rhymes already? Or is it that you really just start with the music, find a hook maybe, start writing to it? What's your creative process like?
I don't really have a structure to it. Okay. But it's more of how I'm feeling, right? Sometimes I feel like moving my body, right? Like, dancing, stepping, and I'll start with a drum line. And then from there, I'll just build the beat and then I'll build lyrics on top of it. But sometimes I'll be, in my feelings, in my bag, and I'll just come up with words. But I feel them in a certain way that I already know the tempo. So when I lay down the lyrics and I go back to make a beat around it, it's kind of already solidified of like, which direction I want to go in with it. Sometimes I do get like stuck, like, as far as like, let's say like if I make a song and I'm out and about, but I have no way to write it down, and I'll go back and I'll try to record it, it's gone, right? So then I'll bring it up a whole nother way. But by the time I record it, I'd be like, dang, I remembered it. But then I already came up with another way that was kind of dope. So it was like,
That happened to me recently.
It's in the moment more, really.
That happened to me recently because, when it comes to like doing music, sometimes I find like when I come up with my best concepts, it's when I'm being spontaneous.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But then there's still a structure that, all right, I'll grab those as notes, and then I'll take that and then I'll structure that.
Yep.
You know Every moment has its own structure. But that freestyle moment is what brings, because a lot of times like you have to know like every beat kind of tells you how you should navigate it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You got to talk to the music.
So you really do.
You got to. The music is going to talk to you.
You got to listen. A lot of times we'll be trying to force their style over a beat, and it's like, no, listen. The beat will tell you what it wants you to do to it.
For real. And I've heard people like, because I'm an engineer over at Capital Mixers.
Yes.
I've had artists come in and I'm honest. I'm not gonna say any names because they know we've had this conversation. But I've had artists come in and they'll start they'll like just sing over it, right? Like, but it's not exactly on beat, right?
Right. They're not marrying the beat.
Yeah, and then I'll tell them, and then certain artists they'll get in their feelings and be.
They try to act like that was their style.
Yeah,
that's my swag, bro.
On purpose.
That's
like,
no,
I'm not trying to change the artist.
Not that we're trying to do it on purpose. whack.
But you know, I'm not gonna let you jump out the window. You know what I'm saying? Every artist that comes in, you're a star in my eyes. So you gotta.
Well, here's the thing. That goes a little understated. Like the fact that you are a legitimate engineer. See, that was one. Like I found that out after the fact. You know what I mean? Like you really do hold first and foremost that down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So how long have you been doing that?
As far as engineering?
Yeah.
Well, I first started recording myself at like 13.
So you were your first engineer?
Yeah. We started in the house, our own computer. In fact, this is the funny story. Ready for this?
Yeah.
The first time, and this is, I swear, you can put this on the record. This is all true. Our first time recording, we had Wave recorder. Remember Wave recorder back in the day?
Yeah, Wave.
We had that, and we used to play the music out loud in the background. But we didn't have a microphone. We didn't have no microphone, bro. We had a pair of headphones. And they were broke.
Not the broke headphones. Bro, you just went back about 25, 30 years with that, bro.
I can't make this up, bro.
Bro.
We had the broken headphones.
Cats don't know nothing about that.
We hung them up.
Rhyming through the headphones like a microphone, yo.
Rhyming through them.
Wow.
It was low. You know, we got a little
You went back to
feedback,
Juice. You went back to Tupac and Juice.
Yeah.
That's that era.
We was doing it though. We was getting it done. We was getting it done. We was definitely getting it done. We came a long way from rapping the closet.
So what would you say are some of the greatest challenges you find being an artist?
The biggest challenge?
Yeah, like what do you find like some of the biggest challenges?
Like for me personally, or just like in general?
I mean, just you can speak from your perspective, absolutely.
From my perspective, me personally, balance. I feel like this career is gonna take a lot of balance, right? And consistency and drive is not something I really like or have a problem with.
Right.
But balance, right? So I'll be so consistent and have so much drive that I'll be like this, right? And I'll be like, yo, I gotta get this up to 5. I gotta get this up to 5, right? But I went over here to 3, to get this to 3, to come back over here to 4 and 4. Why you touching it twice? Why you keep coming back? Finish it, and then go back over here, right? So my biggest thing is probably balance. Like if I could tell any artist anything, is balance. I lose a lot of sleep. Trust me, it plays a big part.
I got a sigh on that, bro. Yeah, like
plays a big part.
Yeah, I mean, it really does, especially if you're trying to wear a lot of hats.
Yeah.
And do a lot of things. And sometimes you just got to finish certain things and get them done. Yeah. Otherwise, you'll be carrying 10 things for too long.
No, for real.
You'll be 75% of the way done with 10 different things.
No, for real.
You know?
And if I say in generally speaking, like with artists, period, what I feel like is, and this, you know, including me, I've been there, you know what I'm saying? If I feel like it's one of the biggest problems that artists run into, is patience, right? But you can't confuse patience with waiting, right? You can be patient enough to understand that a certain conversation sounds good, but it's not good, right? But you could also be in a position where you're waiting, but you're waiting too long, right? So it's okay to be patient, but don't wait for something that you can go get.
That's a good point. Sometimes, like, and it's really like procrastination. You know what I mean? Because you know certain things got to get done, but there's a window for the energy. Like right now, I'm dealing with that right now behind a project that I'm putting together. I know that right now the window is open, but it's gonna start closing.
No.
It's gonna start closing. So you have to get it done in a timely fashion. You can't procrastinate. If you got a number, call it. If you gotta, you know what I mean? If set up that meeting and execute and follow through. And I feel like
and be consistent about it.
Yes, I feel like the biggest aspect of independent artists is they know the advantages and pros of being an independent artist, but they don't truly fully understand the cons of that.
I feel you.
They don't understand the level of extra work that they have to go above and beyond to have everything come to fruition the way that they would like it to.
Yeah, for real.
And if you're not doing this job, you have to task someone to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Because it's not gonna just wait to get done.
No, it's not. It's not. And I think that's a lot of reasons why artists with potential stagnate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they're not understanding how to balance their life and also put in that extra work that they need to put in. Not just some work, but the extra work that you got to put in. That means you only got 2 hours tonight, 3 hours tonight. Like sometimes my greatest achievements was when I got really hardly no sleep at all.
Absolutely.
When I just knew like, okay, the only way I can do this if I just do this to then sleep to then get right up. Don't be like, I ain't got to get up and no. get up, get it done. And when you come out on the other side of that, bro, you know the level of accomplishment you have? That's when true progress happens. That's when you move the needle.
No, for real.
When you go above and beyond.
Mm-hmm.
Not when you just, I'm going to just do just enough.
I'm just going to wait.
It's going to come. No, it's not going to come. And really, honestly, in today's industry, there's nothing that's coming. You're going to have to take it.
Yeah, for real.
Because while you was waiting for it to come, somebody took your slot. Somebody took your slot.
Somebody's uncomfortable with your position. And the moment that you get comfortable is the moment that you start losing. For real.
So let's go a little bit deeper. The energy in hip hop is different from any other art form, you know, even rock, you know, pop, jazz, you know, all the other art. It also has a dark side to it. And with the climate of artists being murdered, like consistently, not like, oh, one artist died this year, but like to the point where it's like monthly there's somebody getting murked. Like, has that ever affected the type of music that you chose to create? Did you ever go into certain things thinking, well, I'm really not gonna say this because I don't wanna generate this energy? Or are you just free with your pen as far as like, I'm just gonna create whatever landscape, whatever, however it falls?
Well, one, I don't silence my surface, right? And then two,
like censorship. That's really what I'm saying. Yeah. Do you censor yourself?
Yeah, I mean, in a sense, right? I'll say in a sense only because I'm grown, right? And I have kids, right? And as an artist, I feel like I have a responsibility not to guide the culture in a certain direction, right? That's one. And then two, I'm not out here doing certain things, right? I'm not going to be out here talking about certain things that I'm not doing. And even if I am doing it, I'm not going to be talking about certain things on the record to get myself in trouble, get alone to pass on an example to anybody else to do anything that they're not supposed to. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like as an artist, you have a really big responsibility because music is powerful. It's really powerful. When somebody listens to your music, they listen to your song, it can really tap into a frequency of understanding that they really understand that'll actually, you know, take over and actually cause them to go in certain directions, right? So when you make music, you got to really be careful about the energy that you put out there.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't want to put energy out there about shoot 'em up, bang, bang, run down and I'll kill your dog, or whatever it should be. Because guess what? Little Charlie, little Clifford Big Red, you're going to be gone. You know what I mean? So you put yourself in certain situations and you attract certain energy. You get the energy that you give out. So as far as censorship, I don't silence my surface, but I do make sure as an artist that I do guide the culture in the right direction.
Well said, sir. Well said. I like that. So let's talk about the business side of things. So we've gone from CDs in physical form to now the digital form. And, you know, as you know, streaming is a very controversial topic because when they start anything, they do it in a way that's advantageous to themselves and not to the artist. The artist is usually the last person to eat. But one of the things that's happened is, even though we're paid less, the opportunity is more because now you have people in positions to do things that they never could do before, which is put out their own music. Where do you sit on the aspect of streaming? Do you think it's a good thing? Like, how do you feel?
I feel like, this is just me personally, to each his own, right? I feel like personally, distribution services are great, right? But not as good as certain distribution services that are out there and coming out, right? You got a lot of them that play best friends to artists, right? Hey, listen, I can get your music on this platform, I can do this, I can do that. And it's easy. You just sign up, you pay one fee, you're good, right? But there's always a catch, right? They don't really tell you the monopoly that's behind that, right? And I'm just going to break it down right quick. Let's do a little math, right? We Virgos, we numbers guys, right?
We're going to get into the Virgo thing, too.
Let's get into it, right? So, we in the building, you heard them. So, right quick, right? Let's say we got 20 companies, right? We ain't going to, let's make up a company. Let's say, Get Your Music Out, right? Okay. That's the label. Get Your Music Out says you got to give us 5% to each 20 you got 20 platforms, and you got to give 5% to each platform, right? And little fine print, you only read 10% when you first signed up, right? But in a fine print, they got to give 5% to 20 different companies. You got TikTok, you got Pandora, you got Spotify, right? They got to give 5% to 20 different companies. Did anybody catch on to that yet?
Yeah, that's why you're getting .0000000.
You understand why when you get a million streams, you get $5,000? You understand? Like
they're paying them out for your music.
They taking about 95% of that.
And the crazy thing is, it's so ambiguous that most people don't even really understand the formula anyway. It's just like they don't even look into it. It's almost like the streaming is just almost like it's really like promotional for artists now.
Yeah, for real.
It's really what it's become.
And I feel like anybody who you actually don't take these streams, because I'm not gonna take anything away from these streaming services. For artists who are trying to get out and reach more fans, they are great platforms, but they are also platforms. They're stepping stools. You get what I'm saying? They're not meant to be there forever.
Right.
So you take your fans, you take your followers, you build your domain, you get your website, you take all your fans, you take all your followers, you get their emails, you get subscribers, you bring them over, right? Now let's say that million streams that you got through Get Your Music Out, right? That only gave you $5,000 for a million streams. Now you got a million emails. You charge them $1 a piece. Those are loyal fans and followers. That's $1 million that you don't have to split or send out to anybody else.
If you got $1 from your
nobody.
That's true.
It's all yours.
And and that's really what why the streaming platforms love everybody just keep sign up, because think about it, if 10 million people signed up for DistroKid and they made $1 off of, they'll let them make $1 off you. That's not even that's just a good run. That's just a light campaign to make $1.
And that's
light, and they making 10 million.
10 million.
Hand over fist, hand over fist, hand over fist.
Constantly.
So it's just like, so and it's like I said, it's still evolving. There's suits that are being filed right now, and it's all going to shake out.
Yeah.
But they always going to squeeze as
much as they can.
Then and then they'll put a little bit into the class action lawsuit. They'll put they already account for that.
A little hush money over there, just.
So you know how that goes. You know how that goes. So do you feel like today's industry is more about talent or luck?
Man. I don't think it's talent, I'll tell you that. I think there are a lot of talented people in the industry who don't use their talents in the right way. I can name a lot of examples on this, but certain artists just don't articulate the culture as they should.
Right.
Right? Like, it goes back to what we were saying as far as having a good responsibility, like great responsibility. Like, certain people don't own that responsibility as an artist, right? So when we say, is it talent or is it luck, it has to be luck in the form of who you got in contact with, right? And the timing, right? Because times are the times,
you was in the right place at the right time.
Right place at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
Talent-wise, obviously you had some form of talent to get yourself in that position, but if you have that talent as an artist, you have the responsibility as an artist. You can't have the talent without the responsibility. You can't if you don't take responsibility, you don't have that talent. I'm sorry.
I'm glad you answered the question that I had coming up next, so I appreciate you answering that question. Now, you had mentioned that that you're a family man, and how is it difficult for you to try to maintain this lifestyle and also be a father at the same time?
Not really. It definitely gets heavy, but my biggest thing is the most important thing to me is balancing my family first, and then my music career. Having a music career as well as raising my kids. We hold it down, and it's about balance. I do think it would be a lot harder, right, for me to balance my family and my music if it wasn't for her, honestly.
So this is
Yes.
Queen.
Yes.
Queen's in the building. The Queen's in the building.
She's
in the building.
So we definitely hold it down. And as a team,
clearly, because she's here supporting you right now.
We're locked in. So It's not that hard, you know.
And that's rare too, because like I've seen a lot of people come in here, and they never came in with with the mother or father of their child. They usually don't do that. So that says a lot. And her vibe this whole time.
Yeah.
So that's what's up. Respect. It's good. It's good to see that. It's good to see that you have the support system, and now it makes more sense that you're able to be engulfed into what you're doing and be up in the studio, because I know that's late night hours, so she's got to put up with that too.
About 4 or 5 in the morning.
Yeah. Are you up when he comes home?
No, she's not. Maybe on the weekends. On the weekdays, she's out.
So, when you talk about like how music could be offensive and or people could take different things a certain way, the cancel culture, do you feel for you it's easier to speak your mind, but still potentially risking offending people, or do you try to stay less controversy and
I don't care, bro.
Listen, I'm talking to you like I don't know.
Yeah. Me personally, bro, I don't.
My audience don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
We gonna play something tonight, so I think if I played the music first, then they would know the answer.
Yeah, me personally, I don't silence my surface.
Mm-hmm.
With the things that I talk about in my music, I probably would have and could have got canceled a long time ago. But I'm here, and it's obvious. I don't think I'm the only person who feels the way that I feel, and it's a lot for me to say, and it's a lot for a lot of people to say. I feel like a lot of people have a lot to say, and they just don't, because of the simple fact is they care what other people say. Me personally, I just don't silence my surface. I have enough respect for others to, at least watch the tone of what I say, I guess, right? But I'm never gonna silence my surface. I feel how I feel. If you feel otherwise, I respect it, that you have every right to. But I feel how I feel, I'm going to stand on it,
Now I want to hear some music. I want to hear some music. We're gonna go into some Bezaloha. We're gonna go right in on that. I think we talked a little bit, and we're gonna get back to the talking too. But I wanna play some music right now. I think I'm gonna start off with 518.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's a cool record. Let's do this. I'm gonna let you segue it. Tell them this record, man.
It's 518 in Albany, New York, the capital. Stand up.
Let's go. Next level. Yeah, I had to get that applause, bro, for that. I was very entertained. I was like a little concert in here right now. I appreciate that. So I don't get those often, original concerts anymore.
Gotta keep the vibes like that.
Yeah, man. Nah, so great bodies of work you accumulating right there, man. And I look forward to hearing the rest of the catalog. I got look like another 10 joints or something to listen to. Nah, I appreciate you sending it to me. Artists don't be understanding the importance of developing a connection to not only the DJ but your radio people.
Nah,
especially when the person's approachable, tangible, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
And it's different spots, because there's nothing about this platform that screams amateur.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Not at all.
So it's just I appreciate it when I'm able to actually deal with somebody that's on the level, which reminds me once again that you're part of the Virgo Nation.
Big V.
I have my manager's sick right now, bro. My
is that a Gemini?
Sick right now.
Is that a Gemini talking?
Wait, is there a Gemini in the room?
There's a Gemini in the room.
I was literally about to say the person who's sick is a Gemini.
This Gemini. That makes sense.
Yep. Makes total sense. It makes total sense right now. You're over there, you're sick right now, your stomach, you're hunched over.
Get out of here, Gemini.
And I should have known it was Gemini energy I was feeling over there.
Get out of here, Gemini.
Gemini energy. Look at you. Yeah, man. Yo, listen, they don't understand what Virgo powers activate. It gets real. They know what it is. Yeah. They know. They just hate to love us. They hate to love us and love to hate us. Because they know they love us.
Yeah, right?
They can't stand it. So yeah, bro, let's dial back in real quick, man. Like I was saying, the body of work of music is really great, man. I appreciate being able to just listen to one record after the next record and enjoy each one with a different type of style, different type of texture.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? But still sonically, it's just still moving. It's still moving. So it's a good thing. So what we're gonna do now? We're gonna talk about. Turn this down a little bit. The business side of things. You know, because at the end of the day, like, this is a business. And, you know, at what point in time were you like, all right, now I got to get the paperwork together. I have to start organizing, you know, my structure. Because you've come from being an artist that was kind of in a situation, and really multiple situations, because you've been offered deals and everything, right?
Multiple.
Yeah.
Multiple.
You know, you know, because you would come out and, like, even when I first met you, I knew you was a star. Like, I just saw it, like, the star quality. It was no question about it at all. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
I'm maybe going to mention by who or what way, you know what I mean? But I think you know why. So
You gotta keep it like that.
Because that's a whole nother story.
I'm with that.
You know, and then there was the boat party that never sailed.
Never.
You know what I'm saying?
Never left the dock.
Yeah, like, so literally that whole situation never left the dock.
Never
you know
left the dock.
And you were able to just walk off the boat and like, this ship is not sailing.
It's not
I'm just gonna just walk off this dock and
before it sinks,
go build another boat myself.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So but yeah, bro, like, you know, when I first met you, I was like, yo, and you got taller too.
Thank you.
Don't let them tell you didn't.
I'll take it.
Don't let them tell you that you didn't.
Oh, yeah, I'll take it. I've been short my whole life.
That's right.
I ain't asking nobody else to reach for nothing on the shelf. No more step ladders. We got
5'2" to 5'3". Don't stop playing with them.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. I ain't sorry now.
He just called back. I thought I was gonna slide that one by you. No, he's not. No, he's taller than that. He's much taller than that. I tried to slide that one by him. No, he's sharp on his feet. He caught that.
I went past. I was like,
I was like, you went from 5'2" to 5'3". No, but you were a little, you know.
Yeah,
I mean, that was years ago too. It's been years now. It's been years now. It's crazy to think like how time really just goes by like that.
No, for real.
5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 10 years. Next you know, 10 years. Like,
seemed like just yesterday we were trying to get on that boat.
Yeah, on that boat, bro. Remember, I was supposed to host it or something. I was getting special guests and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And they had a cake. It was my birthday. They had a cake for me. Everything.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. I was getting paid. Didn't get paid.
Didn't get paid.
Not only did I not get paid, they asked me for some money.
Yeah.
Like, can you help us set sail?
Yeah.
It's like, wait a minute, what?
Me too.
What?
I remember.
What? What do you mean set sail?
It's like, wait, so we got all these people here.
When was this?
And we can't even leave?
Right.
We can have a party on the shore.
Yeah, y'all can party on the shore.
We should have just got a US later.
Right. But yeah, man, like, you know, you've come a long way, man, and I've seen the progression from the artist aspect to now you're wearing another hat, and that's the business side of things. So let's talk about the business structure. What's the name of the entity now that you started?
It's Aloha World of Art. We come from a lot, but most of it is being counted out. Almost every artist that I work with, but every artist that's on Aloha World, first off, is fully independent underneath the imprint. We're not like normal labels. The 360s that people get caught up in are managed companies. Right. Here at Aloha World is member managed. So every member of Aloha World has equal say so. Right. That's just the first part. And I really I push for every artist that I work with, period, as a whole in general, and definitely the artists on Aloha World, like, you know, She Stacks, Swag Splash, Bam Spokesman, R&B Grim. They'll tell you, like, I really push for everybody to be independent. We're all Aloha World and we're under one umbrella, but I don't never want anybody to ever feel like they're being shelved or they're being held back or there's any part of the sky that you can't reach if you go for it. You get what I'm saying? Like, you got She Stacks. She's strong on the She brand. I'll let her actually like explain a little bit more. But she's big on woman empowerment, right? That's her whole thing. There's nothing a woman can't do, right? Got Swag Splash. He's a conscious guy, right? He'll get into your mind. He'll have you thinking about the things that you actually need to think of that you wouldn't think on a regular basis, right? But we all have our own lane to where when we do meet under that umbrella, it complements each other, right? But I always push everybody to brand. Be your brand. We're Aloha World, but be your brand, you know? So,
yeah, that's why I said speak on it. Let them know they're in the building.
No,
like,
definitely,
you know what I mean?
in the building.
Yeah, they here with us. They here with us. So, what year was it that you started? That you started the label? Like, at what point in time in the timeline did you say, okay, you know what, enough is enough? What was the final straw for you? Like when you just said, you know what, I'm gonna get this business done.
I got tired of trying to get signed. That's what it really was. I got tired of hearing the stories about artists about they get stuck in contracts or they owe somebody money or they sitting on a curve because they done lost everything. They can't put out this album. They can't make music that they want to. I just started thinking about it like that. And
Yeah, that's the nightmare. The nightmare is not so much that you signed a bad deal money-wise.
Yeah.
The nightmare is when you get shelved.
Yeah.
And you were in debt.
Because in the beginning, you get that money, right? But what most artists don't realize, you got to give that money back.
Yeah. First of all, it's a loan.
Yeah.
You're better off going to the bank
To get that money.
and getting a better interest rate than you are.
For real. Because at least
Because you ain't even going to go to your
master.
masters behind the bank. Or you can negotiate it where if they're like, listen, we're going to give you an M, so we want a portion, they still not going to get it all.
Nope.
You're
not at
still
all.
in better negotiation standpoint.
No, for
and I
real.
try to tell people that all the time. All it is a glorified loan. It's a glorified loan.
That's all it is.
You know, and you giving up way more.
Yeah.
So like in your bio, there was like a really powerful statement that you said, and you said, "This is about more than fame or fortune. It's about forging an enduring legacy that will resonate for generations to come."
Yeah.
And you know, I took a step back after I read that, man, because it shows like, you know, the introspection that you're a thinker. You know what I mean? And that you're looking at the bigger picture of your art and the magnitude that it has. You know what I mean? And you're not selling yourself short. You know, and so I was like, yeah, this brother, you know, he's really dialed in. He's conscious in that way. You know what I mean? You're conscious in that way. But what I also like about you though is that you're not overly conscious. And what I mean by that is that preachy. Because I think that's what turns people off from, because if you're gonna make conscious music, you can make conscious music, but it still better be dope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And don't beat me in the head with the normal stuff. Like create the parable. Like that's what I mean about Pac. Pac was never judging you, but he would create the scene.
Yep.
He would create the setting and to paint the picture
Yep.
so that you would get the understanding.
Yep.
Rather than him saying, yo, you shouldn't do this. Let me show you why you shouldn't do this.
This is what I come from.
This is what I come from.
This is what I got out of it.
This is what happened.
Yep.
I think you could figure out that this is not the route you want to go. You know what I mean? So I like the fact that, you know, even though you're conscious, you're not boring, you're not overly preachy. You know what I mean? Because I think that certain artists got labeled that and they never broke the stigmatism of that. You know what I mean? So you really don't want to get ever really put in a box artistically.
Yeah.
You want to be able to create different pictures and different paintings, with different vibes and different, you know, outcomes.
Yeah, because you got to give the people what they need to hear, and sometimes it's not always how they want it to be. So you got to, you know, put it in a form of where they can understand it and where they actually can connect as well.
So another thing that you also said was that you said success isn't measured by record deals and wealth accumulation. It's about staying true to yourself and preserving your individuality and proving wrong all those who doubted your ability to achieve.
Yep.
And that's what I was talking about, where that chip on your shoulder, but it's a good chip.
Yeah.
It's a good chip.
Like Nipsey said, everybody need fueling.
Right, because I was about to say that, because if not, you'll get swallowed up.
Yep.
Because the industry's oversaturated. So what's next for Bezaloha? What's on the horizon?
Well, me personally, I've got a few EPs in the works. I'm more about pushing my team right now.
Mm-hmm.
We got She Stacks about to come out with her EP.
Okay.
We got Swag Splash. She's about to also come out with his EP. Band Spokesman just dropped his EP, Influence 2. We're actually working on the Influence 3 now to get that going as well as finalized. We actually just, you know, the ink just dried on the Sony deal through AWOL. So we got distribution through
No,
AWOL.
you can't walk by me like that. You gotta applause that. Come on, stop playing around. You gonna just squeeze that out. Just pause. You ain't gonna get that. You ain't gonna do that. You ain't gonna do that.
Trying to hold it down, man. Trying to hold it down.
Nah, man. Yeah, congratulations, bro. Like seriously, like, you know, on all your hard work and, you know, and even success, because I mean, you know, you do this for real, like 24/7 you do this, you know, and I would advise, like, you know, anyone that's listening to really understand, like, there comes a point in time when you have to make that total commitment to your craft. You can't be half in, half out. You know what I mean? Because you'll forever be half in, half out. You'll have a whole half in, half out career.
That whole
you know what I
mindset
mean?
is thick.
And so you have to really get to a point where it's just like you just got to go for it, and really you have to, you know, who you align yourself with, your partnerships, having the right individuals, having the right lady, having the right mother, your child, all these things come into play. Just making overall better decisions about your life is what's going to get you where you need to go. Because if you have the wrong people, then there is no balance.
No, bro.
There's not going to be no balance.
Absolutely.
So what I want to do now is I want to get into a segment. It's got two things that I do. We got a segment called Would You Rather,
Oh, snap.
and also This or That.
Oh, man.
So we gonna go with man, my wifey's here.
Yeah. You're going to get me in trouble.
J-Lo or Shakira?
I'm going Shakira.
Shakira.
I can answer that question at home.
Yes, okay. Yo, he was proud of that. It's a good thing I said that too.
No.
You know, I was prepared. I had to write. I didn't go thought or nothing.
My brother. My brother.
I didn't go.
I'm cool with the Super Bowl dance. Baby, going with Shakira.
That's my name.
As an actor, Taraji P or Megan Good?
Taraji.
TikTok or Instagram?
I love Instagram, man, but TikTok, you going viral.
Denzel Training Day or Al Pacino Scarface? I'll give you my DMX.
Yeah.
You learn hustle and no back down from Al. Know what I mean?
Yeah,
you learned that from Al,
You
but...
better have said Al. You better said Al.
I gotta go. I'm sorry, Denzel. I'm sorry.
Denzel's the man, but you got me.
Yeah,
Al.
man.
Al was like,
That
when
was
you talk
tough.
about gangster, like
Yeah.
every gangster, every
Nah, that was
album,
it.
he influenced the whole hip hop culture. Like
He was the monopoly man of our
yeah,
culture.
yes, for
Facts.
sure. Goodfellas or Godfather?
Godfather.
Basketball or football?
Basketball.
Gold or platinum?
Platinum.
Do you cook or do you eat out?
I eat out. My wife can cook. I just want to throw that out there. But
No, that's his fault. He's at the studio. That's why I said that. I got his back. I got your back, Liz. I got your back, Liz. Would you rather perform at a small? Let me turn this. Would you rather perform at a small, intimate venue for diehard fans, for a nice, intimate group of diehard fans, or would you rather a huge stadium for a massive audience?
I'm going for my diehards.
Would you rather collaborate with an established artist who is outside of your genre, or a rising star who shares the same style of music?
Probably a rising star. We grow together.
Would you rather produce your own beats for your album or work with a team of experienced producers?
Probably produce my own.
At this stage, right?
Yeah.
At this stage.
Definitely.
Because all your music is you, right? Yeah, you remind me of rhythmic with that. Fire. Would you rather have a feature on an album by a well-known artist or have your own, or let me rephrase it. Would you rather have a feature on your album with the well-known artist that goes platinum or by yourself solo?
By myself solo. Man, did that. We've been there already. We know how that shit goes.
Would you rather release a full-length album or a series of single or EPs? I think you already addressed that. You EP heavy right now. You EP
going
heavy.
heavy.
And that's good because you can get off more works like that.
Keep giving fans what they want.
Would you rather have your music go viral through social media and gain critical acclaim, or would you rather go through more of the traditional media outlets of the past?
I'm cool with critical. I'm cool with any critic or opinion.
Would you rather have your music go, or would you rather have your music be known for its catchy hooks or its thought-provoking lyrics?
My lyrics.
All right, now we're gonna go to this or that. Kanye or Drake?
Drake.
Pac or Big?
Oh, snap.
Woo! Got him. Yep.
I
Wait
feel
till y'all
like
see the podcast roll out. You're gonna see all the antics behind the scenes and everything.
I feel. Dang, Pac or Big?
Woo! That's hard. That's hardcore.
I feel like Big is New York. He's Brooklyn. He's hip hop, right?
Okay.
But then you got Pac, who's a revolutionist
Mhm.
of hip hop.
Mhm.
And if I gotta choose, I gotta go with Pac.
Thank you, Big. I was waiting for it to come. I knew
I'm
you were
sorry,
very.
New York.
I was
I
like,
gotta
I was
go
gonna have to check your Virgo credentials at the door.
I got to,
like,
man. Revolution now?
Listen, come
Yo,
on. We got it. We
it's
too logical.
revolutionary.
We're too logical.
Yeah.
We're too logical.
I gotta go with Pac.
So we are. We're logical. Look at the catalog,
Yeah.
the body of works, the schools. I mean,
No.
they're lecturing his poetry in Harvard.
No, for real.
Like,
I was
come on,
actually
let's-
just
let's-
watching his speech at the Black Expo.
So I'm saying, like, Big was just trying to roll up.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, just roll that up.
Yeah.
I got some kush.
He was Big Papa in the club.
Big Papa, like, you know, and all due respect. 'Cause
Respectfully.
Biggie was a phenomenal, phenomenal
He showed a lot
artist,
of people
man.
like, yo, listen, you want to go get it.
Right, but he didn't make enough.
No.
Like he left us on his second project.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I wish
And
we had more time.
I do
and
too.
Pac, man.
Yeah, that's one of my deepest regrets of the
Bro.
game is those two individuals not being here. Because can you only imagine what the game would be right now?
I need a feature from Pac right now.
Right.
Right now.
Winter or summer?
Winter or summer?
Yeah.
Summer.
If you could go in the past to meet your ancestors or travel to the future and meet your great-grandchildren, what would you choose? And why?
I'm going with my ancestors.
Why?
So that I know more to teach my grandchildren in the future.
Powerful. Coffee or tea?
Tea.
Good man. Henny or Grey Goose?
I'm not really a drinker, but
Right.
I dang sure ain't no goose.
Right.
I gotta go with the Henny. I got to. I don't drink goose
Vodka,
like that.
that's the vodka that light.
Yeah. Can't really do that.
More. I should have said Henny or Douce.
He would have said do that.
Douce. More time or more money?
More time.
Without the internet for a week or without your cell phone for a week? So in other words, like strictly internet, you're strictly online, no phone calls, no texts, or the opposite of that.
I'm cool with phone calls and texts. I don't need the internet.
You ain't sending no beats off that day. You ain't sending no emails that day or nothing.
Oh wait, hold on,
You ain't
wait.
No internet, like nothing, like no internet.
Right.
Wait, so I can't access none of my plugins?
No, you can't do that, bro.
For a whole day?
You
For a
don't
week?
got the internet for the week. You don't got no internet. You're done.
Nah, you can take my
You-
phone. You can take my phone.
okay,
That's
that's
a
what
fact.
right.
I can't be like that at the studio.
No.
Really. You know I cry.
So, you know, I got.
I can't take that.
I can't take it, man. Louis, it's like a week.
That still hit me.
Right, it still hit. We get different, man.
Yeah.
Still hit different. Lose your vision or your hearing.
When you say vision, I need you to elaborate. Like
You're
vision in
blind.
my eyes,
You're blind. No, you're blind. You're blind. You're either blind, or you can't hear but you can see.
I gotta keep my ears.
You
bro.
gotta keep your ears.
I gotta keep.
You're a
my
music
ears.
man.
Yeah.
You're a music man.
I can't lose out.
Batman or Spider-Man?
I was caught off guard. I was caught off guard.
Yeah, I got you on your toes. man.
Batman ain't got no powers and he can fight.
Right,
Spider-Man got bit by a spider.
right.
I don't know, bro. You normally get Batman and Superman.
What are the other one, bro? No, I did Batman and Spider-Man. Yeah.
I have to go with Batman.
Okay. You went Batman? You sure you don't want to retract that? You
Nah,
go
I
with
think
that. This is on record.
I think I'm going with Batman.
Okay, you going with
I gotta
Batman?
go with Batman.
Okay. All right, you going with Batman?
I gotta go with Batman.
PlayStation or Xbox?
PlayStation. I got an Xbox for the record, but I like
This
PlayStation more.
is kind of like this question that you wouldn't tell me the truth on this one just because money or love?
Money or love?
Yes.
Love. Money
You
is
took too long to answer though.
No, but I had it. Truthfully.
You thought about it.
No.
Okay.
Because I was trying to figure out why you said I was gonna get in trouble.
Okay.
And my
No,
answer is
because if you're not saying
honestly
love, bro.
No, my answer is
She's
honestly
gonna,
love.
she's gonna have that conversation tonight. Oh, so you don't love me, huh?
No.
So that's what you was really trying to say when you was in that interview, wasn't you? You don't love me. It took for Mr. Every Day to bring it out.
So you took two whole seconds. You exhale, inhale.
You
What was
inhaled
that?
and exhale. What was that?
What was
the
that?
thought process? I was just trying to
Did
breathe.
you pause?
Baby, I was just trying to breathe. There's no water. There's no, it's hot in there.
Babe, I got a text. I gotta go walk the cat. I'm sorry. That's why I paused. That's what it was.
Would you rather make a call or text?
Text.
If you had to choose between being wealthy and stable for life or doing music and struggling, what would you choose?
Music is struggling.
Lose all the money you earned this year or all the memories you gained?
Lose all the money again. Lose all the money. No.
Know the date of your death or the cause of your death?
I don't think I want to know neither.
Right.
I don't think I want to know either. I'd probably go with the cause. I don't even want to know. Because if I know the cause, then I'd probably keep myself out of situations. Like,
it's still gonna happen.
yeah, probably, right?
But you're gonna work at it.
Yeah, I'll try my best. Like, hey, listen, you know them stairs,
right.
buddy.
You know them stairs. A long career of good music or the biggest hit record of all time?
A long career of good music. Good music will last forever. And those are hits. At least to me. You know, classic hits.
Which this next one.
Every day you're on fire.
Yo, bro.
He's on fire, y'all.
Would you rather be married to someone good looking that doesn't think you're attractive, or be married to someone ugly as hell who thinks you're gorgeous?
Wait, what?
I'm crying. That's a tough one.
Wait. So, would I rather be with somebody who's gorgeous?
No. They drop dead gorgeous. Fire, bodies, fire, everything.
But they think I'm ugly.
But they don't. They're not really. But you married this person. They don't really find you that attractive. Or someone who's ugly as hell. Who thinks you're gorgeous?
Oh, nah.
For the record.
This girl's beautiful, bro.
My wife is beautiful.
Yeah, she
Alright?
is. She is.
I love you. I just want to put that on the record, alright?
Good answer.
But we choosing the ugly duckling.
Right.
Alright? We choosing the ugly duckling. You're not the ugly duckling. But we choosing the ugly duckling in this scenario.
Disclaimer: Bezaloha's wife or any other constituents are not the ugly ducklings that we're speaking of right now.
I'd rather be with the real one.
Nah, I respect it. Bez, man, this has been great, man, having you up, man. I think I want to wrap it up with some music, man. I want to go into some more music. But before I do that, what's the end game for Bezaloha? What do you see yourself when it all shakes out? First of all, let's do it like this. What's the 5-year goals?
5 year?
Yeah.
Well, 5 years from now, I plan on having mass distribution through Aloha World, not just for our forward-based artists right now, but as the music for the community as a whole when it comes down to music, right? Like I said before, we're not manager managed, we're member managed. So we're really trying to give the power back to the artists, and it goes back to over the percentages and the monopolizing that's going on in the industry right now, both local and global, systematic and in reality physical. We're really trying to just give that power back to the artists, right? And that's through a series of things, whether it's artists knowing their worth as far as contracts, knowing the right conversations to get into, not to get into, knowing to own your own masters, to own your own everything, patent your name, patent your imprint, get that off the floor, right? And everything is kind of like going digital.
Right.
So right now we're kind of working on this thing called the Studioverse. It's a, it's more of a metaverse for music collaborators. So if you're in a certain part of the world and you want to go to record with Mr. Everyday, right? But you're in China, and there's no really way that you can do that, right? Or really get that experience. So now we're kind of like working on a program that we're developing where you will be able to get that experience.
That's dope.
It's already like, we got 3D images already rendered in the environment as well. But right now our main focus is getting the connection correct as far as the gear, right? Because we can get the development going through Quest, right? But then there's a part of that program that can be monopolized by certain entities, right? So we're just trying to make sure we
know how that goes, bro. There's a nickel bag sold in the park, they want in.
Yeah, so we're trying to make sure that as a whole the artists don't get looped into anything that they can try to monopolize.
So you really have your hands in a lot of things, like, the engineering, making beats, artists. You edit video also.
Well, I just started editing video. Don't get me wrong, I'm no Jay Green when it comes down to making movies. But I can definitely get behind the camera. I got angles. I got a vision for it. I just started working on certain programs like Filmmaker Pro, DaVinci, Resolve. There's another one that I actually just downloaded on the computer. I can't remember the name of it, but I'm kind of getting into it. Probably give me like a good year or two to balance it, and I'll probably get it down pat.
Bro, listen, man, you're a Renaissance man out here. That's what it's called. You know, when you got your hands in a lot of different great things within the entertainment business is really like, and you really need to be that in today's industry. You have to be able to wear a lot of hats and be able to facilitate a lot of things so that you can really empower yourself and not become really a victim to someone else's situations and, you know what I mean, or waiting for people to do things for you. Just get it done yourself and learn. And the information's there. You know, we in the era of information. Like, if you don't know, it's because you're not looking. Yeah. You're not researching, you know?
And most people, they say that they want this, but they wait for it.
Right.
If you want it, you gotta go get
take it.
If you want it, put your name on it.
So that leads me to this. What is the ultimate end game for you?
Ultimate end game?
Yeah.
Really? Honestly, I really don't know. Like, once it's solidified that the artists are back in control, my family is set, the city's respect has been restored. Shout out to Broadway, my boy Nipper. Then, you know, at that point, I think I've hit everything on the checklist. It's just for the city to carry the legacy.
I'm feeling it, bro. I'm feeling it. I'm definitely feeling it. I gotta applaud that. So I'm gonna let you decide which record we're gonna exit your theme music on. So what we got over here? We got Star Alignment. We got Way Too Far. What's that? Chewy? Is that Chewy?
Oh yeah, that's the artist.
We got Chewy. We got Cookie. We got Ghost. We got She Stacks.
It's a walk away from me.
Joints. I'm allowing you to decide which record we gonna end this joint with, man. What you want to end it with? It could be yourself too. You could be selfish.
Nah.
You could be it's okay.
I want She's 30.
Smart man. He wants to go home tonight.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into this record. She's 30.
Messing with you every day.
This She Stacks. This 30. Check it out. Yes, sir. Yeah, man, it was worth the wait. You know what I mean? I'm glad that, you know, we finally were able to make that happen, man, and for you to get up in here. So so the new project's dropping when?
Well, we got actually about 3 guys all dropping this month. Probably simultaneously.
Okay.
Week after week after week.
Yeah.
Starting in, I believe, what's it, the 13th? 13th, if I'm not mistaken. We're dropping your
The 13th?
EP.
Yeah, y'all figure that out. Let me know what's going on.
She's not trying to spoil no dates.
Right,
I think I was supposed to say that. I think it was me.
We ain't hear nothing. We ain't hear nothing. We'll talk about it. But listen, man, you're doing great things, man. You know, continue to keep blessing the region and elevating, you know, for the platform and putting on for the city, man. You know, we need more individuals like yourself out here, real ones.
All for the city, bro.
Real ones. So you got the music dropping, and do you are you by appointment only with the engineering?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
And I need a deposit. We take food stamps, cash. I'm playing. We don't take food stamps. But you know, hit me up.
But let them know where they can find you on your socials.
You can hit me up on Instagram. It's at Wyaloha World. That's WHYALOHA WORLD. On Facebook, Bezaloha. On all streaming platforms, Bezaloha. You can find She Stacks, SHESTACKZ. You can find Swag Splash. That's SWAGSPLASH. We gotta really shorten our names or something. And you can find Cookie. You know, Lexi. Is it LEXIHBIC? Yeah, HBIC. You feel me? Got band spokesman, BAMMSPXMN, and we Aloha World, Capital Mixers. We in the building, 518-518. We the new industry for the city.
Yeah, man. So there you have it, man. Bezaloha's in the building, and he's about to exit stage left after a great interview, man. And we appreciate him coming up here and all his works. You know, you can find his music. He already put you on to that, man. Like I said, I want to thank you for tuning in once again. If you haven't been able to catch